What is going on YouTube? I apologize that I'm filming on my iPhone. I've got my camera battery on the charger right now. I know I always say it's always my excuse, but it's legitimate, man. My battery is terrible on my freaking Canon. So anyways, guys, you can tell that we are not at my house, not at my little two-car garage. This is my buddy John here. He owns this Gladiator Rubicon package, and we've got Talon's Jeep and we've got my Grand Cherokee here. So you can clearly tell that we're doing some Jeep stuff. It's probably a little change on the channel. You guys are probably wondering what the heck is going on. The whole entire reason that we're here and doing this is because we are planning a trip to Uwharrie National Forest. April 22nd, we're gonna go up there and we're gonna wheel throughout the entire weekend. So currently right now I am cutting out all of the rockers on my ZJ because they are rusted and they are trash. So let me turn the camera around real quick and show you guys. So check it out, I just made this cut. You can see what's living in my ZJ for the past God knows how long, 20 some odd years. Here's all the rust there, all the rust here. Just, it is a, it's not a pile of rust, okay? The fenders are clean, all of this is clean, along here clean. I mean, I've got a little bit of a rust hole on my hood, okay? That is the weirdest thing ever that I have ever seen. But, all right, look, I paid $250 for it. Runs, drives, four-wheel drive. My homie's trying to go wheeling. My other homie's trying to go wheeling. I want to go wheeling. So, that is the game plan. We're going to get this thing so that way we can get it up to the National Forest in the next month. I probably should dive in and do an in-depth video of it right now, but I'm kind of lazy and I'm not going to. So I'm just going to talk to you guys about what's going on today for right now. You guys can see that we've got two 12-foot pieces right here of 2x4, 1/8-inch wall. I've also got some 2x2 1/8-inch wall. I was gonna opt out for 3/16, but steel prices are expensive. It's just the trail Jeep. I don't really care that much. So we're gonna get this stuff cut down and we're gonna basically be doing a set of boat sliders. The 2x4 will be sitting up in this area right here, obviously 2 inches down, 4 inches across, and then that 2x2 will sit below it, so that way I can tie into my actual unibody back here. I'm gonna run the 2x2 along the inside of the chassis. I'll probably just go buy some cheap ass spray paint, hit this shit with a wire wheel, spray it down, throw the boat slider in there, and call it a day. While we are doing all of that good stuff, we're gonna pull off the diff cover back here, weld the rear diff on this thing, weld the rear diff on his, and then eventually I'm gonna get this thing set up, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, on a lift kit, and we will get that going. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna dive into cutting some more stuff up, and I will check in with you guys here shortly. Alrighty guys, we're back on the DSLR. I've got a full battery, nice and charged up. You can see Talon here, working on the XJ's Dana 30, pressing in some outer seals for the axles, flushing out gear fluid, swapping that up. Probably gonna end up doing the rear. Got a new steering stabilizer, new tie rod end. It's just basic maintenance, prepping her up. If he ends up doing the rear today, we'll clean out the rear, we'll weld that rear diff up. We're over here working on getting these boat sliders set up. I've cut my first one down, 69 3/4 of an inch, as you guys saw there. We were cutting them down. We'll be able to get away with the other stick. This one's damn near 70 some odd inches, like 71 inches, so we'll be able to get our last cut from that. We'll get that cut out and then we'll start fitting it up on the the ZJ. I keep wanting to call it an XJ because I'm an XJ owner. Like, it's the most awkward thing. Shout out to Mr. John, awesome Gladiator here, and the awesome shop. You guys will be seeing more of him in the upcoming videos for Uwharrie and all of this Jeep stuff. But yeah, guys, we're chugging along, and I just wanted to pop in and bring you guys up to speed on what's going on here. Went ahead, cut out my fenders all along that top section there, both sides. On the front, they're cut out, and then all along the bottom here, got all of that cut out down there. Once I do a little bit more cleaning on the XJ or the ZJ, and then get this other one cut up, roll the jack over there, and I will fit it up, show you guys kind of our rough mock-up. This will probably be a several part video because this is probably gonna end up being 35-40 minute long, like entire video, doing 10-15 minute little snippets here and there. So alrighty guys, you can see that it's nighttime out here. We have pretty good setup on the ZJ. Got everything mitered down. that 2x2 down there so that it drops down, so that way we can run a bar off our channel. We're gonna weld a piece of channel right up here. It's kind of hard to see. Pull out my flashlight for you guys. But just to give you a rough idea, but you see where it's marked out. We're gonna grind that area down, put a piece of channel, then we'll run a 2x2, come up, and it'll meet to the intersection of it'll intersect into the back of this 2x2, and we'll weld it up in there. And then along the face of it, we'll bend down along the rocker, tack weld that all the way down to the slider, and same for the other side. So tomorrow we'll hop back on this, and we'll see if we can't get these things tacked up to the Jeep. We got Talon's diff welded, did a bunch of stuff for his steering, and he's pretty much getting squared away for our URI trip. And like I said, I'll go into detail. I'll do another upload about that for you guys, but I did want to bring you up to speed with what was going on out here and the rock slider build. So tomorrow morning we'll be back out here, and I'll check in with you guys. Hopefully we'll be able to do some welding, weld this stuff up to the Jeep and get everything welded up and get to rocking. So see you guys. All right, good morning guys. We are back out here. We are hanging out as usual, doing our thing with the Jeeps, picking up where we left off yesterday. I've got both of the sliders cut down, mitered up. I've got where I want to stitch them out. Got all my markings here, so I'm gonna go through, weld these guys up, let them cool. We are out here doing our thing. Talon's working on his XJ. We welded the diff last night, changed out the gear fluid. Once he gets his lever figured out, and I think he's got rear shocks to do. He's just about set. Oh, and a power steering leak, but Baja's here. Mr. John's working on the CNC table he's got. The right CNC. We'll do a video on that later down the road. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to check in with you this morning. I'll set up the camera real quick, and we'll get to burning these in. And once that's done, we'll move to tacking up these plates. We've got the unirail all cleaned up. Amazingly, there's bright metal here. I'm amazed. I thought I was going to be grinding through it, and then you know, I'd be knocking down rust and then just grinding to the freaking chassis because it's so freaking rusted. But yep, we'll get these tacked up and cleaned up. Then we'll figure out our outrigger measurements, and we'll be turning right along. So we'll set up the camera over here, do some welding, we'll get to it. Alrighty guys, we are all burned in on the main sliders themselves. Got it stitched up all along both sides. I did a 2-inch pass, and then every 5 inches, and a smiley face all the way down. Same thing on the inside. Now with that all burned in, we're going to move our attention to those L brackets real quick. Tag those onto the side of the unirail. Probably go over to the other side, grind that off. I apologize about the dog back there. Grind down these areas on the other side too. I've got to mark these to cut them. These got to get cut down in this back area, and then yeah, from there guys, we'll get ready to tack these things up against the Jeep. After about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, burning everything in, I've got all along the rocker here stitched up. Got both supports coming off the unirail there. Those are all burned in across the bottom. I have it tied in down there. I have it tied in right up in here. It's tied in there, and then down there it's all tied in. Let's look into here. So what I'm going to do is cap this off. Do that with the table. Cut out some plates for them. Get those capped off, clean that up. I'll probably have a plate come all the way back to the seam here. I'll clean that all down and then weld it all along the face and then all along here. Probably do the same thing for the front. Send it all the way up to this side here, all the way down, and weld all that and close that off. So now that the driver's side is done, we're going to turn our attention to doing the passenger side. I'll do a little more filming of the welding. Just wanted to knock that out so I don't have to keep stopping and filming, stopping and filming. But I'm gonna clean all this stuff up, prep for welding, and then we'll dive into it. Alright guys, chopped up, all the edges are cleaned up, everything that I'll be welding to. Guys tacked down there, they're good to go. Cleaned up these edges, cut all along in here, cleaned up that. Cleaned the tab off of the fender there, all along here. I'm gonna cut a plate at work, replace all that rust because that shit's gnarly, it's really soft. So I'm pretty confident I'm gonna blow through that when I weld it, but we'll see how it goes. Just like the other side, we'll be plating everything, covering it all up. That'll come in the coming days. But yep, we're all deburred, cleaned up to the most part. A couple edges that are sharp. Whoopsies. Devin showed up. There's another gentleman that's going to be coming on the URI trip with us. Talon's all finished up with his Jeep over there, so it's just me working on this piece of crap here, and hopefully we'll get her done by this afternoon. At least get these on here. So. Alright guys, we are done burning the slider into the body there, all the way down. Nothing pretty, but under there looks good. We've got down underneath the chassis, it's all tied in to the unibody down here. I'm gonna cut out plates for everything, including up here because this is just gone. So, looking good, one step at a time.